You're a loser. You're never going to amount to anything. You always let people down. Why can't you do better? Why are you so difficult? Boy, are you just ugly. God, I can't stand you. Have you ever heard these things from another person? Or worse, have you ever heard them from yourself? Well, today we're going to talk about how it doesn't mean anything. They're just words. Just like labels, they're just words. Now, I'll start off by saying that if you're a person that doesn't take these types of things to heart and it doesn't bother you, then you don't need to listen to the rest of this. But if you're somebody that is going through this, whether with a friend or a family member or a partner or, like I said, worse, with yourself, hear me out real quick. The problem with these attitudes is that we, in this experience as humans, we think that the opinions of others matter. But in the grand scheme of things, at the end of the end, it does not matter. Nothing anybody says or does to you matters. So why would you allow yourself to continue to be put down, downgraded, felt like you were nothing by others or yourself? When it comes to yourself and you're saying that to yourself through depression or the other many ways that those voices can pop up, and I know because I suffered with that for close to 40 years of my life, all the way since I was a little kid. When it comes to those voices coming from yourself, you need to learn how to confront them, and you need to learn how to embrace them, not push them away. Because throughout that anger and throughout all that belittling, it may be trying to tell you something. But that doesn't mean that you need to keep on living with it that way. You have to learn to embrace it and say, okay, today's the day. You and me are going to have it out. We're going to stop talking like this, and you're going to tell me, calm, cool, and collective, filled with love, what I can do to better my situation so that we don't have to go through this anymore. Believe it or not, that will work. You don't have to do it my way. There are many people out there who will teach you other ways to do that. But I will tell you this. It doesn't happen by just saying, oh, well, it just happens every so often and letting it go. Some will tell you that. Some will tell you not to confront your ego, not to confront your subconscious, not to confront that voice in your head. That is a mistake. Trust me, I listened to somebody tell me that for 20 years. Now, when it comes to dealing with this coming from another, if you're in a relationship or a friendship or even a family member relationship and that is happening, you need to drop them. First, we'll say, because overall, you will never be able to change that person's mind. Even if you start doing better in their mind, in their eyes, it still will not be good enough for them. You need to drop them. Now, that is obviously easier said than done, but it can be done. Anything that seems to be impossible is possible once it's done. At one time they said, we'll never get to the moon. And look, we did. Well, depending on what conspiracy you believe, maybe we didn't. But you get my point. If you can work it out with these people, then work it out. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, in the end of the end, what they say or what they have an opinion of what you're like will not matter and does not matter. Now, if you're a person who uses people and allows others to enable you and people are telling you this, then just like your subconscious mind or your higher self or, well, not your higher self, because your higher self will never yell at you and tell you you're a loser. But whatever in your mind is telling you that, perhaps your friends or your relationships are telling you that too. But you confront it the same way. You do not allow it to just keep on happening. But if you're one of those type of people and you allow it to happen because you know it's true, you probably don't want to listen to the rest of this anyways. But for all of you that are going through this, that allow others' opinions and others' emotional minutia of bullshit that they carry, but want to impose it on you because the only way you can really feel good about yourself is making others feel bad, you need to drop them. There are plenty of people in your experience that go around feeling like crap all day, but instead of going through these emotions themselves, they'd rather put it out on you. I have said numerous times on this channel, never allow another man's truth to be your own. Well, at the same time, never allow another man's shortcomings be your own. People are only as happy as they make their minds up to be. If somebody is telling you you are a loser, it is because they also are a loser, but they do not see it. They only see the shortcoming that they have through your shortcoming. And sometimes they only see it in a shortcoming that you don't even have, but it's easier to blame you than it is to blame themselves. This is truth, and this is a loud rant. This is filled with ego, and maybe you don't sense the love, but it's there. I'm trying to tell you something that I have learned a long time ago, thankfully, and as a 50-year-old man who's now sharing it with friends and family who call me up with these problems. And I am now putting it on YouTube, and maybe it'll reach one or two of you that need it. All they are words. They can only hold you back if you allow them to hold you back. But again, another thing I have said numerous times, the only thing holding you back is you. So if you allow someone else to hold you back through words or treatment because you refuse to handle that situation or move on from that person, the only person you have to blame is you. My friends, I love all of you. I don't know you personally, but I know that you are one with me. I am telling you this. Do not allow another to hold you down. You are more than you will ever grasp, more than I can ever share with you, more than any great teacher, any mystic, any guy that sells books, anything that you're going to see on YouTube. You are more than all of that. And once you realize that nothing really matters except for learning that truth, you will know how to proceed. Nothing really matters except for truth, love, compassion, mercy. Words and opinions die like old poets. I love you all. Walk in light.
Until next time, my friends, I ask all people everywhere to plant seeds of love, peace, joy, and oneness.